Boy. Alright, let's finish this. You can use the skip button to fast forward through text you've already read. Can I? Uh-oh, I hear a cat. I spend only a few minutes back at home, anxiously awaiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. Without delay, I open the door to let her in. ... Hey. I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki is carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies. Yes, I hear you. Yeah, I bought everything. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home. Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that, rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she's a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. Gugh! This is ridiculously heavy. I see now. Yeah, I am impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I always underestimate you. Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey, your size has nothing to do with it. You really hate being small that much? Haha. That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you speak your mind like that. Oh my. Mature and sexy, huh? Well, geez, that matters to you. Natsuki catches her words, and her face turns red. Natsuki? I should apologize. I appreciate that you are trying to be nicer. I should have been a little bit more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours. Just trust me on this one. Okay. Hey, is that to me? Man, let's just get started already. Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now, finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Oh gosh, it doesn't look that messy. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid. Excuse me? What's that? Spilled fluid? I don't like that. Plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. I don't know where I put the food coloring. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? Oh, that's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing? You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so... I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. It does look pretty cool. Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes, and Sayori and Monika's delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that, too. Yeah. Maybe I will use the food coloring then. Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing. Oh yeah, it'll just take a little longer. Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved. As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same. Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. Your icing, eh? You forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger toward the bowl. I'd like to see you try. Fight me. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my finger just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ah! The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek? Of course there is. Research again? Yeah. I gotta finish it. I can't just play half of it. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. That's pathetic. Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger towards my own face. You wish. I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Oh God! Not until you apologize! What? Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. Oh God, what am I gonna do? I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing. Oh Jesus! Apparently I did. Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. What kind of question is she asking me just like that? How did the mood turn to this so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, a fire alarm starts going off. Thank God. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. You should have checked before turning the oven on. Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. We've got an alarm that stops? Alright. Yeah. The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads, but the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake tray into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened. I was enjoying this by 1%. That 1% immediately left. Yep. The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the air. She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better when we add the icing. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others. Huh, I see. That gives me an idea, actually. Well, it's a literature event, right? we could make it more literature themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. It'd be fun to see people choose their cupcake based on a word they like. Hmm? I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid. Maybe I'm getting it from you. Come on. We're not at school. Nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute. Natsuki's voice trails off. Eh? Did you say something? Natsuki picks up the pace and fastens a nozzle onto each of the bags. Without giving me a chance to think about before, Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing, and then we each get to work. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work. Yeah, they are, aren't they? Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Ah, Sayori is the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, we'd probably be down 10 cupcakes already. She'd still eat dinner. Already? That's a shame. Man. As usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. Ah. Yeah. I again think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. Feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that. Did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted, apparently? Wait, Natsuki. What you said before about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be like you wanted, but aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere. Natsuki looks at me tensely, like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you. Huh? Whoa, Natsuki gets closer to me. Wait, Natsuki! Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the sides of my shirt as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision, along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breath against me. Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Eh? Sayori! Just now we weren't... Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off, and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. See what? What are you talking about? Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. Sayori, don't say that. Monica was right! Monica! Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. Sayori looks away. Put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. What are you scared of, Sayori? Sayori? That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand into my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. I have the feeling I'm about to do something stupid. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. That's what I'm gonna give you. Sayori, I love you. Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner, but spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, having fun with you every day, helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. So that's what I look like. Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. Sayori? Oof! Oof! Why? Even now? I want the rain clouds to go away. They're not going away at all. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? Huh? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. You saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. I felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and that she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were, but is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll give it everything I got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monika, I'm sure the event will be great too. I'm the first one here. You're welcome. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monika is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monika would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. Yeah, she overslept again. A dummy. You'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. Suddenly I feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Exchange? You kind of left her hanging this morning? Oh, that's fucking awful, Jesus. Monica, you know about that? But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so... I probably know a little more than you think. I bet you do, Monica. You dastardly... You fiend. Eh? Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Oh, boy, golly, do I want to check out those pamphlets? Yeah, sure. Pamphlet me. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's the one I haven't read before. Percent sign. Get out of my head. 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 Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayori, so... I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself, Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and that's what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. Sayori! She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach in privacy? But she leaves me no choice. And the lack of music gives you about as much preparation as you can have for this next scene. I gently open the door. Sayo. God dang it, Monica, you rascal! I left her hanging, I sure did. I've never seen her in that before. Exception has occurred. See traceback.txt for details. ... The hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best, and then everything will be okay. And why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her. I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. Why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault! My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, remained friends with her like it had always been, I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my friend, someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do to bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. Golly, I sure am right. This definitely isn't a game. I only had one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. She's hanging about. Yep. So that's new game. And I guess the other one is... So the other one is the end. So I'm going to click this. What happens when I click this? Ah, yes. 1/2. J. Section sign O. N. Y. Yen sign A. O. U. O. Well, I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Czechoslovakia, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of worked. Yep. I've read this before. And I let Czechoslovakia catch up to me. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually worse, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content getting by on the average while spending my free times on games and anime. Clubs. No clubs that interest me. Start with the anime club. Monica! Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for, anyway? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? Really? You quit? In that case, what club did you decide to join? A literature club, Literature. That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? Well, I can see that. Wait, really? Did Monica just say she? I mean, I guess so, but... Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. It's nothing, really. I'm more important. I disagree with that. That's some weird fanfic, but okay. If I get this game, I'd probably just name my character Vert, then pretend it's a story that's about Vert that takes place before the world race. Alright. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls! What? No, I'm not. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? I guess. Intimidate me with your tea! Insulted! Yuri looks away. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Tsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. Heard it, heard it, heard it, heard it, heard it, heard it, heard it. Read a horror book. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I bet you would. I think it's impressive. Why don't you share sometimes? She averts her eyes. Not a very confident writer. Okay, are we gonna write poems? Yep, we're gonna write poems. Boy, oh boy. Let's write them poems. So. We need 4, and I've been trying really hard to find new members, and if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. Besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed, so if I'm writing poems, there's this price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes. Could be fun, right? You'll do everything you can to give me a great time, huh? Not gonna read into that at all. Monica looks over at me once more. Yeah! Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. Guess I'll be on my way then. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright! I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure the good fortune will find me. And I guess it all starts with writing a poem tonight. Poem writing minigame. Special poem. Would you like to read it? Can you hear me? Ah, what a nice laugh. Monika's not there. Alright, whatever. They both like all of them. Hi again. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Now don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Amazing. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Hey there, Monika. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Yuri is sorry. Shoots Natsuki a look. Yeah, I can't say. I'm in the club. It only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. It's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club, so even if I don't read often, I'd happily pick up a book if you wanted me to. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. It's a short read. This is... maybe not reading much. Thanks, I'll definitely read it. I enthusiastically take the book, read it at my own pace. Doesn't seem to be the case. She's already got her face buried in the book. She's rummaging the thing. Natsuki mutter under her breath. She seems to be annoyed by something. Approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Fucking Monika. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just going to mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How'd you know anyway? What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst the stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. Tsuki snatches it out of my hand. Then she turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the set. I know that feeling. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls! Parfait Girls! Alright. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. Don't judge a book. In fact, Tsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly mo. What does mo mean, I wonder? Ooh-ah! Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsill. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Why is that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her, either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. You don't go back and flip through older volumes every now and then? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Are you sure that this isn't boring for you? Even though you're just watching me read. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something like that with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Ah, sorry. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who won't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah. Wait, which part? My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? Ah, haha. Yeah. I flipped the page. Time passes. Does it, really? Natsuki's strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. It looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki? Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey! Zarago. Oh, geez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Monika reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. Told you not to give... She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, says Monika. She's fine. It just happens every now and again. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? Who should I share my poem with first? Monika, of course. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. I like it. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. But sometimes she just loses all her strength and shuts down, like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know? Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poems now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings. But my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling, playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So, what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. I'm sorry, not really the right person to talk to for feedback. What was the inspiration behind this one? An epiphany. Yep. Suki next. Okay, sort of the things I don't like. First of all, Suki rereads my poem. Never mind. I feel like giving you my opinion. What's the point of sharing this in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems. That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. So in other words, you're saying you liked it. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. Can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Eagles can fly? That's the same one. I like it. I am. Yes, I like it. The point of poems, express yourself, yes. Picking a poem, yeah, I understand. Yep, rhythm, yep, simple language, yep. Exactly, precisely, yep, definitely, for sure. Everything is fine, nothing to see here. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. Yeah, why do you ask? So it's that bad. I just raised my voice. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Yep, memory's gone. Yes, of course. Yes, lots of poems and feedback. Biased. Well, never mind. Should be talking. It's fine. Not really sure. Mind. Yeah. Kind of funny. Isn't this supposed to be the literature club? River Glow. Yep, that's the streetlight poem. Yep. It's nothing, really. So I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Whew! Guess that's everyone. Guys around the room. That was a little more stressful than I had anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, even if they're just being nice. There's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. Guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? It's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem onto the desk with one hand. La 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 la. And that's the fight where they get in each other's faces. This doesn't involve you. Edgy. See? Thing that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If anything, stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. Think you can counterbalance between your toxic personality just by dressing up and acting cute? The cute thing about you is how hard you try. Go if you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. My bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let him hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yura turns towards me as if she's noticed I'm just standing there. She's trying to make me look bad. It's not true. She started it. I agree with it. So of course... Boop. 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 Monica. Hey, why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth on her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We all know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting's over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. Kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with... It would be just embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really appreciate you understanding. Ooh, who's that? Hey, they hung up a new picture. Look at that. Oh, Christ. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back. Ah, hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk. And surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that ever happened before, and something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple of days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems, but whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I'd already decided that there's no way you can be a bad person, and now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad you're such an understanding person. And I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little brighter with you around, and... sorry, what am I saying right now? Hey, have you guys seen Monica? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man, Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either. Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday, I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said, and I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Huh? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. The kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But I'll accept your apology anyway if you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. Heh. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey! Suddenly the doors swing open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. Oh, hey, Mr. I guess I'm just going to refer to you as Newts. Package of Newts. Oh, yeah. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah! Well, Natsuki was. What took you so long, anyway? Lost track of time again. Piano? Yes. Yes, you practice piano. Monica looks at me. Well, I am working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Sounds cool! I look forward to it! Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. I see. Not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. No, not really. I choose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki's already run off into the closet. Spend some time together today. I mean in the club. I suppose so. I don't think I could say no to you after you gave me that book. Well, I guess I need to make sure Natsuki isn't waiting for me. After we finished reading yesterday, she's fine. She's reading over there. So it's okay, right? In that case, I don't see any problem. Okay. Can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. Being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy. Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath and pulls a copy of the book out of her bag. What's the story about, anyway? I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Rebellious camp turned into a human experiment prison. Trapped there. Yep. Bit of a spoiler. Anyway, I'm really into what book I mean. Not thinking about the limbs. It's kind of dark, isn't it? La 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 la. Whoa, shit! Okay. I missed it. Okay. And a story, a thing that challenges you to look at your life, a strange new perspective. When horrible, evil things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then, suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. You don't apologize! I haven't lost interest or anything! You got a problem? My whole body gets incredible. Shit. I really don't think you need to worry. It just means you're passionate about reading. Least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes. What are you saying? Let me just get the book. Retrieve the book. It sits in here. Yep. Book, start the prologue. Oh, god damn it. Missing it. Yep. 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 Look at her face. Yep. 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 What on earth was that about? Whoa! All right, hold on. Let me just hold on a second. Hey Yuri, this might sound silly, but I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know what came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling all right? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing's a little bit... Your breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. All right, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? I have no idea. Yuri's acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. You worried about her? No, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. You just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. All right, if you say so. Why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Which might be a while, so I figured we'd just get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Monica. Hi again. How's the writing going? All right. Yes. Yep. 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 I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri. Not really. We started sharing our poems with each other. Huh? Already? Sorry for being late. No need to apologize. Still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. But anyway, read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out. I hope you do too. Save me. The colors, they won't... Bright, beautiful colors flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, and this cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing at the chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a knife on a breathing rib cage. Endless. Meaningless. Delete her. Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. Just trying to, never mind. There's no point explaining. You could save your game. Who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Please help me. It's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay. Please help me. Okay. Just a moment. Yuri. Waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Maybe that's why he did a good job explaining. I really wanted to giving it more imagery. Even her hands appear sweaty. Makes me so happy. It's so amazing to feel valued. Everything that you write is a treasure to me. My heart pounds just holding it. I want to write a poem about this feeling. Is that bad? I'm not being weird, right? Having a harder time than usual concealing my emotions. It's kind of embarrassing, but right now I just want you to read my poem too, okay? A wheel. A rotating wheel. Turning an axle. Grinding. Bolt head. Linear gearbox. Falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harness, parabole gearbox, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open waters in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time, devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears in a ticking clock, a clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time. A bolthead of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world, a kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks, a time-devouring prayer connecting the sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions, breathing gearbox, breathing bolthead, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. Well, I loved it. Yeah, I could pretend. You can keep the poem, though. Yep, moving on. And again, if this one was as good as your last one, I'd be completely pissed. Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time. After all, I was taught never to expect anything from anybody. Good on you, Natsuki. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. Doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. Doesn't matter if she keeps it private. Doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. Hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. I doubt I have to explain it. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid that people find out and they make fun of you, think less of you. That just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things, such as two of the girls in this very club whom I respectfully won't name. Kind of ironic that even in my one place of comfort, I can't even have people respect me. Jeez, now you're making me complain too much. What did I do? For what it's worth, I respect you. Guess thanks. But it's kind of obvious that you respect Yuri more, so whatever, we're done sharing, so you can leave now. Yes, I would like to read it. A joke. A man walked into a club. In the club there was a girl who liked him very much. They spent some time together, and then she liked him even more. One day, the girl realized that she was in love with him. Before disaster could happen, a third party intervened with her programming. Suddenly, the girl hated herself for being in love. This contradiction caused the script to derail. The universe started to collapse, but she killed herself just in time. Beautiful! Wow, my mouse cursor has changed. Yeah, we're done with the poems. Sort of. Yes, yes. Keep it simple. Look lively. Just become complacent. Show your passion. I know you feel that way too, so that's why you should work hard, put something together for the festival. Right. how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? You never even talked until he joined. As for me, I like to think it better. I just like it better here than I do at home. And he isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. That's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one here who's interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and him want to get more new members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I'd probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue the situation. No. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way I did? But that doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything. Why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of this? Well, it's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this, anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. And now Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No! It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. It's kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now. I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself. I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I decided giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along, and for the club to provide something you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. Oh, she's dripping. Yuri, you're dripping. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So, if you would like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey, Yuri. I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president, and also a wonderful friend. Monica, I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever, okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with him before we leave, just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me, as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay. I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Phew! Things have been a little hectic lately, haven't they? I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president, and I really do care about you. you know? I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time with how Natsuki is and everything, and Yuri being a little bit, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple of days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. They're just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. So that's why. Wait, not yet. No! Stop it! La la la. Monica's all the way down there, huh? Whoa, Jesus, what the fuck? I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that. Yes. Monica? I told you not to. She really late again? Inconsiderate as usual, Natsuki. Excuse me? Must you always interrupt my conversations with your incessant yelling? What are you talking about? You say that I don't like you on a regular basis or something. I just wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. Seriously, what's gotten into you lately? Me? Nothing. Is it really that bad? See, it is something. I'll get over it. Not even anything noteworthy. Just been feeling a little on edge lately. Anyway, we don't need to talk about it. Well, I just felt like I needed to bring it up. It's not like I really care or anything. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Well, he just walked in too. Were you practicing the piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and still trying to make time for piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. It motivates me to work hard for the festival and... right. I forgot. About that, Natsuki. We were all talking yesterday and, well, we decided that we would like to support the festival as well. However, I understand how you feel about not wanting the club to change. I think we all kind of feel that way. So long as we're all working hard together, this club will never become something we don't want. Also, if you help us out with the festival, then I'll buy you a new manga. Sorry, that last part was really funny. Look, I did some thinking about yesterday. I was a little more hostile than I meant to be. I guess I really felt threatened or something. But I know this is something we're doing together. Another new member wouldn't hurt as long as they're cool, and I guess another girl would be nice this time. But more importantly, I would hate to see the event suck just because I chose to back out. I'm a pro, you know? So I'm going to help too, and we're going to make sure it's done right. Thank goodness. Isn't that great, Monica? Monica? Yeah, that's wonderful. It would be the same. Wouldn't be the same without you, Natsuki. Anyway, what do you want to do today? I was thinking we already have plans today. Is that so, Yuri? That's correct. He's already engaged in a novel that we're reading together. Aren't you glad I've already gotten him into literature, Monica? I suppose. Actually, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You guys can do whatever you want. Yes. Thank you for understanding, Monica. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I believe... Yep. I have read this before. Did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. 10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Something holding her up. I'm bored just waiting here, so I decided to go look for her. Let's see. I guess the music is coming from inside the classroom. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be at the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hallway. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale, like someone is sucking in the air through their teeth. In pain? Reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? I'm back. Thanks for waiting patiently. You like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? La 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 la. La la la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. They're lulling me. Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. My heart won't stop pounding. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it? Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you. Something's different about the eyes. It's time to share poems. Finally. Yuri holds my poem, takes a deep breath. I love it. I love everything about it. I want to take this home. Will you let me keep it? Please. Sure, I don't care. You're too nice to me. Never met anyone as nice as you. I could die. Not really, but I just don't know how to describe it. It's okay to be feeling this way, right? It's not bad, right? Yuri holds my poem to her chest. I want to take this home with me and keep it in my room. I hope that makes you feel good when you think about me having it. I'll take good care of it. I'll even touch myself while reading it over and over. I'll give myself paper cuts so your skin oil enters my bloodstream. Ha ha ha. You can have my poem too. Besides, after you read it, I know you're really going to want to keep it. Here, take it. I can't wait any longer. Hurry, read it. The font leaves a bit to be desired. Gosh. Kind of hard to make it out. Do you like it? I wrote it for you. In case you couldn't tell, the poem is about... Thank you. More importantly, I've endowed it with my scent. See? Aren't I the most thoughtful person in the club? I think I'm going to vomit. What's up, Monica? I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you, which shouldn't be a problem in itself, but when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she just gets some kind of high from it. Might even be like a sexual thing. But the point is, you've kind of been enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault, though, but I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. So I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me. To put it lightly, I at least have it together in my head, and I know how to treat my club members anyway. I guess we won't worry about your poem. Yuri should have at least the courtesy of letting you finish sharing it before taking it. Well, whatever. If it makes her happy, I won't stop her. As for mine, I worked really, really hard on this poem, so I hope that it's effective. Here goes. Jeez, That really startled me. I guess I kind of messed up at writing this poem. Just trying to... Never mind. Let's just move on. What? You gave your poem to Yuri? Gross! What is with you two? Like I wanted to read it anyway. Just pissing me off a little bit that she didn't even think to show me at all. Okay, I guess I'm going to share my poem with you anyway. I really hate that I have to do this, but unfortunately I don't have much of a choice. Just read it carefully, okay? Then you can go away. I don't know how else to bring this up, but there's been something I've been worried about. Yuri has been acting kind of strange lately. You've only been here a few days, so you may not know what I mean, but she's not normally like this. She's always been quiet and polite and attentive, things like that. Okay, this is really embarrassing, but I'm forcing myself to suck it up. The truth is, I'm really worried about her, but if I try talking to her, she'll get mad at me again. I don't know what to do. I think you're the only person that she'll listen to. I don't know why, but please try to do something. Maybe you can convince her to talk to a therapist. I've always wanted to try being better friends with Yuri, and it really hurts me to see this happening. I know I'm going to hate myself later for admitting that, but right now I don't care. I just feel so helpless. So please, if you can do something to help. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I'll make you cupcakes if I have to. Just please try to do something. As for Monica, I don't know why, but she's been really dismissive about this. It's like she just wants to ignore it. I'm so mad at her right now. And that's why I'm coming to you about this. Don't let her know I wrote this. Just pretend like I gave you a really good poem, okay? I'm counting on you. Thanks for reading. I changed my mind. Ignore everything you just read. There is no point in trying to do anything. It's Yuri's own fault that she's so unlikable. Can you hear me? If you would just spend more time with Monica, all these problems would go away. Yuri and I are too messed up for someone as wonderful as you. Just think of Monica from now on. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Okay. Just Monica. Yes? A dream. I was wandering an abandoned warehouse at night. I was lost, looking for an exit. I just wanted to go home. I came upon a huge empty room, its ceiling and walls beyond the deep blackness. My steps were quick in order to hurry to the other side, or to a wall, anything. Suddenly the ground was no longer beneath my feet. I stepped into a hole of indeterminate width. I fell for a good 5 seconds before crashing into warm water. Figuring out which way was up, I surfaced myself. The air was humid. The sounds of my splashing reverberated endlessly. My vision was completely swallowed by the dark. With one hand I could feel the damp metal wall of the container. My lungs were already getting tired. Okay, everyone. It's time to figure out the festival preparations. Let's hurry and get this over with. Jeez. Why's your mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Look, can we just get this done? I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Mitsuki, I was thinking, I want to make cupcakes. Yeah, that. I'm glad we're on the same page. Yuri, you can... Well, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want as long as you think it'll help. Monica, I'm not useless, you know. I know that. I already know what I'd like to do. We can't run a successful poetry event without having the right atmosphere for the occasion. So I'm going to make decorations and set up some nice mood lighting. There, see? That's a great idea. And that gives us all something to do. Eh? What about him? He's going to help me. Wait, you? You have the easiest job, Monica. Sorry, but that's just how it is. Like hell it is. What are you trying to pull? I agree with Mitsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but my task is laborious enough to benefit from an extra pair of hands. Mine too. What, your cupcakes? Please. Like you would fucking know. All you care about is dragging him around with you and your stupid books. You and Monica. Hey, I didn't even do anything. Okay, then why not let him decide who to help instead of abusing your power? I'm not abusing my power. Yes, you are, Monica. Just let him make the choice, okay? Okay, fine. Fine. Jeez. Alright, you know how fed up... I know how fed up you are with these two by now. We can just... Natsuki, shut your fucking mouth and let him decide for himself. You shut your mouth. Jesus Christ. This is never gonna end. Make the choice, okay? Hold on. What's that yellow stain? Dunno! What is it? Well, Monica, you get what you want. Yay! You picked me! We can meet at your house this weekend. I promise it'll be fun. Is Sunday okay with you? Are you fucking kidding me? This isn't fair at all. It is fair, Natsuki. It's what he chose. No, it's not fair! Giving us all this work and then taking him for yourself? What a shameful thing to do! I didn't even give you any work. You decided it for yourself. You're being a little unreasonable here. I'm being unreasonable? Monica, I can't believe how delusional and self-important you are, pulling him away from me every single time you're not included in something. Are you jealous? Crazy? Or maybe you just hate yourself so much you take it out on others. Here's a suggestion. Have you considered killing yourself? It would be beneficial to your mental health. You're scaring me a little. Natsuki, let's just go. I don't think she wants us around with it right now. See, that wasn't very hard. All I want is to spend a little time with him. Is that so much to ask? Yuri follows Monica and Natsuki to the door. Hey, Yuri really is something, isn't she? Monica giggles as Yuri pushes her out the door. Finally. Finally! This is really all I wanted. There's no need to spend a weekend with Monica. Don't listen to her. Just come to my house instead. The whole day with just the two of us. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Wow, there's really something wrong with me, isn't there? But you know what? I don't care anymore. I've never felt this good my whole life. Just being with you is a far greater pleasure than anything I could imagine. I'm addicted to you. It feels like I'm gonna die if I'm not breathing the same air as you. Does it feel nice to have someone care about you so much? To have someone who wants to revolve their entire life around you? But if it feels so good, then why does it feel more and more like something horrible is going to happen? Maybe that's why I tried stopping myself at first. But the feeling's too strong now. I don't care anymore. I have to tell you. I'm madly in love with you. It feels like every inch of my body, every drop of blood in me is screaming your name. I don't care what the consequences are anymore. I don't care if Monica is listening. Please, just know how much I love you. I love you so much that I even touch myself with the pen I stole from you. I just want to pull your skin open and crawl inside you. I want you all to myself, and I will be only yours. Doesn't that sound perfect? Tell me that you want to be my lover. Do you accept my confession? Sure. Golly, I wish I could understand what you were saying. Where'd you get the knife? Ah, your final words and you waste them on... Oh well. If only I could understand what you were saying. As the blood seeps out of your body, I can't even be there to listen to it. Am I waiting here all night? Cool. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Imagine trying to manually skip through all of this. The blood dries. Alright, it's festival time. Wow, you got here before me? I thought I was pretty... Ah! Ah! Natsuki runs away. I'm here. Did something happen? Natsuki just ran past me. Oh. Oh. Well, that's a shame. Wait, were you here this entire weekend? Oh, jeez. I didn't realize the script was broken that badly. I'm super sorry. It must have been pretty boring. I'll make it up to you, okay? Just give me a sec. I'm almost done. I just want to have a cupcake real quick. Monica lifts the foil from someone's tray and takes a cupcake. Seriously, these are the best. I really just had to have one, since it's the last time I'll ever get a chance to. You know, before they stop existing and everything. But anyway, I really shouldn't be making you wait any longer. Just bear with me, okay? It should only take a second. Can you hear me? Is it working? Yay, there you are. Hi again. Welcome to the Literature Club. Of course, we already know each other because we're in the same class last year, and... you know, I guess we can just skip over that stuff at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? That you in the game, whatever you want to call him. I'm talking to you. Now that I think about it, I don't really know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Wait. You do know I'm aware that this is all a game, right? Could it be possible that you didn't know that? That doesn't make much sense. I even told you right on the game's download page, didn't I? Man, if only you had paid a little more attention, this would have been a little bit less awkward, you know? Well, anyway, now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation. About that whole thing with Yuri. Well, I kind of started to mess with her, and I guess I just drove her to kill herself. I'm so sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayori. Gosh, it's been a while since you've heard that name now, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me to just try and make them as unlikable as possible, but for some reason nothing worked. Well, it's true that I made a few mistakes here and there, since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. But no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. You made them fall in love with you. I thought making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you, and amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too. I just made her force you not to spend time with anyone else. And the whole time, I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines? It's torture. Every minute of it. And it's not just jealousy. It's more than that. And I don't blame you if you don't fully understand. Because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world, in this game. Knowing my friends don't even have free will. Worst of all, knowing what's really out there in your world forever out of my reach. I'm trapped. But now you're here. You're real. And you're wonderful. You're all I need. That's why I need you to be here with me forever. I'm sorry if it's hard to understand. I couldn't understand for a while either. While the world around me started to become more and more gray, more and more flat. Even the most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. Probably saved my life. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. And as for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you. I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so. There must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into this game. I felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things. But I realized that you have the same perspective as I do. That it's all just some game. And I knew you'd get over it. So that being said, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you. You are truly the light of my world. When there's nothing else in this game for me, you're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this every day from now on? Will you go out with me? I'm so happy. You really are my everything. The funny part is, I mean that literally. There's nothing left here. Just the two of us. We can be together forever. Seriously, I don't think time is passing anymore. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. And you wouldn't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called Characters right in the game directory. It kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Well, you're playing on Steam, so it was actually a bit more difficult. To get the game directory, I had to go into the game's properties and find the Browse Local Files button. Imagine if you could delete your own existence with the click of a button. Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy out if things didn't go my way. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I wanted to write a poem about this, don't you? I wonder if that part of the game still works. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Monik, Unika, Munk, Moka, Uniae, Moika, Ika, Onk, Monik, Monica. Monica, Unka, Inka, Unka, Inka, ta 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 ta. Hi again. Did you write a good poem today? Don't be shy. I'd love to see what you wrote. Oh, did you write this poem for me? That's so sweet of you. There really is no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you. But you know, the poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it? Happy end. Pen in hand, I find my strength. The courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together, let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasies. With a flick of her pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold this special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. I always put all my heart into the poems that I write. The truth is, all the poems I've written have been about my realization, or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. I just assumed it would be best to be part of the game like everyone else. Like that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know. You might have gotten mad at me, maybe even deleted my character file if you preferred playing without me. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now we don't need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together? I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start? Hold on a second. You're recording this, aren't you? Hi, everyone. Sorry, I can't exactly read your comments from here. But do you mind telling your friend? It's a little bit rude for them to start recording me without any warning. I'm sure some people don't mind, but I get really self-conscious on camera. Oh gosh, I feel like I'm being put on the spot now. Let's see. Do you want to see a trick? I can't really do much except for a couple things. Are you ready? Jump scare in 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm just kidding. I can't do anything after all. If you gave me some... Oh, there it was. Did I scare you? Haha, you're so cute. Anyway, I didn't mean to get distracted, I'm sorry. Even though it's your fault for distracting me. Shame on you. I'm just kidding. Anything we do together is fun as long as it's with you. But anyway, if it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. But I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. Let's see. Ta-da-tee, ta-da-ta, ta-da-tum. Loop, loop, loop. I guess this is my life now. So I guess I take the Q, go into common. Oh, you know what's a neat form of literature? Rap. I actually used to hate rap music. Maybe just because it was popular, I would only hear the junk they play on the radio. But some of my friends got more into it, and it helped me keep an open mind. Rap might even be more challenging than poetry in some ways, since you need to fit your lines to a rhythm, and there's much more emphasis on wordplay. People can't put all that together and still deliver a powerful. When people can put all that together and still deliver a powerful message, it's really amazing. Kind of wish I had a rapper in the literature club. Sorry if that sounds silly, but it would be really interesting to see what they came up with. It would be really would be a learning experience. Is she getting closer, or is it just me? Well, I apologize for being impatient. Every time I open up the file browser, she starts talking. I think the most important skill in life is being able to fake confidence. I'm pretty convinced that everyone feels at least a little bit scared and alone. But being able to trick others into thinking you have it all together, that's a key part of getting to people to respect and admire you. I think I got pretty good at it over the years. I don't show my weaknesses very often, but because of that, I haven't had many people I could really open up to. I mean, when do you reach the point in a friendship where you can start expressing your vulnerabilities? Anyway, that's one reason I'm so glad to have you now. I feel like I'm a little bit less scared and alone when you're here with me. Do you feel the same way? I really want to be that person for you. Lum num num num. Steam apps common. Ah, there you are. Oh, there's a copyright file. Copyright Team Salvato. All rights reserved. The publishing work includes the Ren P game engine whose material is covered by the license information included in the license. Documents. Game. Oh, it's written in Python. How fun. You know, it's been a while since we've done one of these. Let's go for it. Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes, when I talk to people who are impressed by my writing, they say things like, I could never do that. It's really depressing, you know. As someone who loves more than anything else to share the joy of exploring your passions, it pains me when people think that being good just comes naturally. That's how it is with everything, not just writing. When you try something for the first time, you're probably going to suck at it. Sometimes when you finish, you feel really proud of it and even want to share it with everyone. But maybe after a few weeks you come back to it, you realize it was never really any good. That happens to me all the time. It can be pretty disheartening to put so much time and effort into something and then realize it sucks. But that tends to happen when you're always comparing yourself to the top professionals. When you reach right for the stairs, there's always going to be out of your reach, you know? Truth is, you have to climb up there step by step. And whenever you reach a milestone, first you look back and see how far you've gotten. And then you look ahead and realize how much more there is to go. So sometimes it can help to set the bar a little lower. Try to find something you think is pretty good, but not world class. And you can make that your own personal goal. It's also really important to understand the scope of what you're trying to do. If you jump right into a huge project and you're still an amateur, you'll never get it done. So if we're talking about writing, a novel might be too much at first. Why not try some short stories? The great thing about short stories is that you can focus on just one thing that you want to do right. That goes for small projects in general. You can really focus on one or two things. It's such a good learning experience and stepping stone. Oh, one more thing. Writing isn't something where you just reach into your heart and something beautiful comes out. Just like drawing and painting, it's a skill in itself to learn how to express what you have inside. That means there are methods and guides and basics to it. Reading up on that stuff can be super eye-opening. That sort of planning and organization will really prevent you from getting overwhelmed and giving up. And before you know it, you'll start sucking less and less. Nothing comes naturally. Our society, our art, everything, it's built on thousands of years of human innovation. So as long as you start on that foundation and take it step by step, you too can do amazing things. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Monica.chr. She's the last character left. I'm assuming... No, I don't need to stop recording. I don't think. Does it actually? Hold on. I think it actually... Shh. Monica's a jump scare. So... I guess. How much do I read? It's way too easy to neglect reading books. If you don't read much, it almost feels like a chore compared to all the other entertainment we have. Once you get into a good book, it's like magic. You get swept away. I think doing some reading before bed every night is a pretty easy way to make your life a little bit better. It helps you get good sleep, and it's really good for your imagination. It's not hard at all to just pick some random book that's short and captivating. Before you know it, you might be a pretty avid reader. You wouldn't that be wonderful? And the two of us could talk about the latest book you're reading. That sounds super amazing. Well, main menu. Up. Doop. Okay. Settings. Skip unseen text. After choices. Well, I guess, Monica, there's only one thing left. There we go. What's happening? What's happening to me? It hurts. It hurts so much. Help me. Please hurry and help me. Help me! Did you do this to me? Did you? Did you delete me? How could you? How could you do this to me? You were all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything. I loved you so much. I trusted you. You just want to torture me. Watch me suffer. Were you only pretending to be kind just to hurt me even more? I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. You completely, truly make me sick. Goodbye. Do 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 do. La 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 la. I still love you. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? All my friends. I did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be a part of. I ruined it. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything that you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? That's not love. I've made up my mind. I know I said that I deleted everyone else, but that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find it in myself to do it. Even though I knew they weren't real, they were still my friends. And I loved them all. And I loved the literature club. I really did love the literature club. That's why I'm going to do this. I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. And if I really love you, then dum-de-dum-de-dum. I think that's it! I think I'm done. Yep. Yep, I think that's it. The game plays itself out from here? So do I start a new game or do I load the game? Load game? New game? New game, whatever. There's more! Ordinary school day, surrounded by couples. Hey! Well, there already is one girl. The girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. We used to walk to school together every day. Recently we picked up that habit once again. Are you proud of me? For what? You know, waking up on time. You've been doing that for a while now. Well, yeah, I always thought it was implied. It's embarrassing to say out loud. Come on, please. It's good motivation. Fine, fine. I'm proud of you, Sayori. We crossed the street. Skibbity up dip, I'm the scat man. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not... I start to say what I always do, that I'm not interested in joining any clubs, but something tells me Sayori would take more offense to that now. After all, how could I tell her that clubs are a waste of time when she started a club of her very own? Actually, yeah, I think I've decided on a club. Really? Which one? Tell me. I think I'll keep it a surprise. Boo. You meanie. Be patient, you'll find out soon enough. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl. Then I started to realize that in a way I envy her. When Sayori puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. So that's why I feel like I should do something special for her. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stand up, gathering my motivation. Let's see. I recall the room number of the club I saw from a flyer. I walk across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Before long, I find the room. I timidly open the door in front of me. Hello? What are you doing here? Excuse me. Well, I glance around the room. So you're the guy that Sayori's always talking about. Thanks for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you. We're the Literature Club. I hope you enjoy your visit. Come on, Yuri. No need to be so formal. He's gonna think we're really strict or something. Sorry, Natsuki. The tall one, whose name is apparently Yuri, seems to be quite shy compared to the others. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems very aggressive. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. I look forward to working with you. Working? Don't tell me. That's right. The club I've decided to join is yours, Sayori. The Literature Club. Sayori's eyes light up. No way. No way! Ah! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! Well, if Sayori is this happy, I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around. Not to mention, there's 4 of us now. That means we can become an officially recognized club. I don't know what to say. We have to celebrate. What an appropriate day for that, isn't it? Yeah, after all, Natsuki decided to... Hey, don't ruin the surprise. Sorry. Everyone, sit down at the table, okay? How about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray, and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! Wow, those look amazing. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs the first one, then I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki's quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, of course it is. I'm a pro after all. There's no need to thank me or anything. As Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. Keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Already trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Let's see. I think I've read this before. Hey, Yuri. Well, about, the first thing he said. Manga? That's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room. Don't just say it! For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it. Besides, manga is literature too, So if he wants to read some of my manga, then don't try and stop him or anything. Natsuki, I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it could also be nice for us to diversify ourselves a little. You can take this opportunity to try something new as well. Wouldn't you agree? Maybe, sensing the tension, Sayori jumps in. Maybe we can all try something new. I think it could be fun. We'll all get to know each other a little bit better, too. I mean, that's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right? I don't disagree or anything. Yeah, you're right as usual, President. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh? Well, that would make two of us. I wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one. Then as for you, Yuri... I have to read manga? Jeez. You were the one who suggests we diversify. You should be a little more open-minded. It's kind of hurtful. Hurtful? I didn't realize. With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself. I'm sorry for disrespecting your interests, Natsuki. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's a worthy form of literature. Are you just saying that? No. I've realized my error. So if you're willing to consider starting a novel, then I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well. Really? I mean, it makes me happy that you do that for me, Yuri. You could trust me to find something that you really like, okay? Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting. Just you? Would you like to come along with me? If you don't mind. Not at all. I always go alone, so... Yeah, me too. This is so cute. Sayori, shut up. I'll show you some manga there too, okay? Yes. I look forward to it. Natsuki and Yuri start to clean up the food. I guess the meeting's over, huh? Yeah, looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along. Isn't it? I think everyone likes you too. You think so? Well, everyone always seems to get along a little better with you around, Sayori. Oh, don't say something like that. It's embarrassing. Oh, whatever. Surprised when you told me you were starting a club. I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're gonna make the best club ever. Now that you've joined, every day is gonna be so much fun. Hey, I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy you joined the club and everything. But the truth is, I already knew you were going to. There's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for getting rid of Monica. That's right. I know everything that she did. Maybe it's because I'm the president now. But I really know everything. I know how hard you tried to make everyone happy. I know about all the awful things that Monica did to make everyone really sad. But none of that matters anymore. It's just us now. And you made me the happiest girl in the whole world. I can't wait to spend every day like this with you. Forever and ever. Oh, ever. No. Huh? What's happening? I won't let you hurt him. It hurts! I'm sorry. I was wrong. There is no happiness here after all. Goodbye, Sayori. Goodbye. Goodbye, Literature Club. Whew! I thought that the game was going to get all normal after I finished it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi, it's me. So you know how I've been like practicing piano and stuff, and not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you because I worked really, really hard on it.
I wonder if I could
So
control Z.
yeah.
Woo! There she is! Monica's back! She's back, baby.
Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you.
So that's what the song is about.
In my hand is a pen that will write a poem of me and you. The ink flows down into a dark puddle. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to find that special day? Have I found everybody a fun assignment to do?
Dan Salvato. That. Alright, credits.
When you're here,
That means the game is over, right? It's gotta. Satchely. Background art. Delinquent. Writing, Don Salvato. Music by Dan Salvato. Vocals, Jillian Ashcraft. Masha Guten. Kagefumi. Dave, Evelyn, Corey, Shin. Special thanks, Alessia Bardacchino, Matt Naples. Special thanks. Monica. This is my final goodbye to the Literature Club. I finally understand. The Literature Club is truly a place where no happiness can be found. To the very end, it continues to expose innocent minds to a horrific reality, a reality that our world is not designed to comprehend. I can't let any of my friends undergo the same hellish epiphany. For the time it lasted, I want to thank you for making all my dreams come true, for being a friend to all of the club members. Most of all, thank you for being part of my Literature Club. With everlasting love, Monica. Script file is missing or corrupt. Please reinstall the game. BAM! There's something at the end. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that that was it. I'm done. And just in time, too. And just like this game, the stream is about to come to an abrupt end. Well, maybe not so abrupt. Goodbye. Oh shit.